Under attack. Need help.
Hello, it's Kevin. No announcements again this week, but I do have something else. So, I threw up the idea to everyone for whenever we don't have any announcements, the person doing the intro is going to go over something pertaining to the system we are playing. It may be a rule, it could be something with the universe. Just depends on whatever that person is doing, decides to do for that intro. Today I'm going to be talking about blind sense and blind sight, and how it works with EP. Blind sense is the ability to use an imprecise, non-visual sense to operate effectively without vision. Blind sight is a precise, non-visual sense that functions as a more potent version of blind sense. For both blind sight and blind sense, the creature uses another sense to see. The typical senses through which blind sense and blind sight can perceive are emotion, life, scent, sound, thought, and vibration. And then they also have a maximum distance at which they can sense. For example, EP has blind sense, vibration 30 feet, and blind sight, life 30 feet. So he can sense vibration in a 30-foot radius and see life within a 30-foot radius. Also, blind sight and blind sense change how noticing an unseen creature works for the character or creature. If you have the blind sense special ability and succeed at a perception check to notice an unseen creature, you become aware of the creature's location. Blind sense negates the bonuses to stealth checks that an unseen creature would otherwise receive. But unseen creatures still have total concealment against the attacks of creatures with blind sense, and creatures with blind sense are still flat-footed against the attacks of unseen creatures. If you have blind sight and succeed at a perception check to notice a hidden creature, you are observing the creature. Blind sight negates concealment, displacement, invisibility, magical darkness, and similar effects, though a creature with blind sight still can't perceive ethereal creatures. A creature with blind sight cannot be blinded and is not subject to gaze attacks. Blind sight is still limited in many ways compared to normal vision. Blind sight never allows a creature to distinguish color or visual contrast, though it might be able to make out other features depending on the sense. A creature cannot read written text with blind sight, though it could still use tactile communication. Blind sight works underwater and in fog or smoke, but it typically does not work in a vacuum, although this depends on the nature of the sense. For instance, emotion-based blind sight would work in a vacuum. So with EP, the way I read it is blind sense vibration allows him to walk around without bumping into other objects, possibly by tapping his staff on the ground every once in a while. And blind sight life allows him to know where other beings are. I just thought it was an interesting topic, and it was a discussion that we all had at one point before recording. We're still trying to figure out how it works, really. If you have any thoughts, shoot us an email or message us on Twitter, Facebook, or Discord. I'd like to hear any thoughts you have on the matter. All right, let's get into the recap. Last week, the party arrived at Terhalo Point and were greeted by Dr. Khair Al-Nuwaf. Talking with the doctor, he surmises that Pakwal's group is headed toward Elvish ruins to the northwest. Al-Nuwaf secures transportation to save the party some time, but can only get clearance to drive them 10 miles out. After a night's rest, the party joins Al-Nuwaf for a brief drive into the Ukalam wilds. The first few days pass without incident, and they reach the jungles, leaving the plains behind. A few miles into the jungle, they stumble upon a herd of large creatures. Unsure of what they are, they decide to go around, adding another day of travel. They finally reach an old stone bridge, and Rats determines that it is structurally sound, but to be safe, they proceed across the bridge one at a time. EP is the last to go, and as he crosses, the sound of a thundering stampede fills the air, and the same creatures they had encountered the day before come charging straight toward the bridge. What happens next? Find out now in episode 24.
So you're about halfway across this bridge. This thing comes bursting out of the jungle, and trees are just splintering everywhere. Some fall down into the river next to the bridge. I assume you're going to turn around and go back and get stomped, right?
Obviously. Well, I assume I don't see anything because they're not within 30 feet.
You feel it. It came up and
vibration,
stomped onto the edge of the bridge.
So I just assume that something's coming my way, so I start walking a little bit faster.
He can't run.
Speed walking.
Like, what?
I mean, what is my movement?
30 feet, right? Yeah, 30 feet.
Oh, yeah. I'm 30 feet because I have long legs.
So
Do these things look like they're just trying to destroy the bridge, or they're trying to pass? Like,
they look like they're running, like a herd is coming away, like something in the woods happened.
It?
Yeah, and they were just running, try to get away from it.
Oh.
I don't like this. That means something bigger than them is chasing them. Oh, alien dinosaurs.
I was about to say that.
So, with being halfway across this bridge, you make it a full 30 feet. Correct? You ran your full speed? Are you just...
I'm
are you running, or are you just...
He skipped.
He skipped?
I can still run it at 4 times speed, right?
Yeah, so are you running?
Run. Yeah.
You running?
Run.
So you make it over to the other side of the bridge with your compatriots, and this giant this giant dinosaur thingy runs across the bridge, and halfway across, the whole thing just crumbles, and it falls down into the river below, and the rest of this herd runs up and kind of skids to a halt, and you hear them bellowing, just as best I can do with that crappy voice. And they're just like, it almost sounds like trumpets echoing throughout the jungle. You see birds kind of fly out of the trees, and then they kind of stomp these giant 6-legged creatures, and they start stomping, and then they kind of snort and start walking away and just disperse. And you guys are standing on the other side of this now collapsed bridge.
I hate it when cutscenes happen just so they can destroy something you can't get back.
Right. So we can't see, like, nothing else out there towards the woods showed what it...
Can I make...
Wait. So there was the creatures, and then the one creature who went across the bridge was different?
They're all the same.
Okay.
It's just like one of them ran across the bridge and then died.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
I assume he's dead.
Yeah,
no,
maybe.
he's the villain of the entire story.
We see his head bobbing up and down in the river below.
What was that?
Yeah, what? Okay.
That's good.
Hold it together.
Wait, did I miss something?
Yeah.
The bobbing up and down.
Sorry.
We'll tell you when you're older.
When you hit puberty. Come on, Des, keep it together.
Yeah, all right. What the hell was that?
Stampede, probably.
Rats looks at Echinacea and he's like, "What'd you do?"
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. There we go. There's my voice.
Danger, Will Robinson. That's what the animations made me think of.
Warning. Stampedes likely.
Well, I don't know what startled them, but I'm not really wanting to stay here to find out, so... You guys ready?
Let's go.
So Domash just spins around, has like the curved knife, and like cuts some like vine, and goes, "Oh, let's go."
So, on the other side of this bridge, where it was thick, dense jungle before, now you see that it's a little less crowded here. There's still trees, but there's a little bit more of an opening. You're not so smothered by the canopy, and as you're turning around, kind of gauging where you are, off in the distance, you see this enormous structure.
Oh. Enormous dinosaur.
Yeah.
It's a pentagon.
Oh, it's Dinotopia.
Essentially, we're looking at the Washington Monument for the listeners.
That's
that's
exactly what
literally exactly what that is.
So I don't think I need to explain anything else unless you have no idea what that is, in which case this is a large
penis-shaped
phallic-shaped structure with a nice four like pyramidal point on the top.
I like it.
Or just go watch the new Spider-Man movie. It's in that movie.
Right,
yeah, it is.
That's true.
You see this off in the distance.
You forgot something? Sorry.
You see this off in this distance. It's kind of hard to tell exactly how far it is, just with the foliage growing. It sticks up above the tree line, but from your notes, you might recall this is one of the things that Hal Queen Zahn mentioned. The rune obelisk from his description in the audio logs.
When he said it looked exactly like the Washington Monument.
It looks exactly like
it looks exactly like that monument thing in that scene from Spider-Man.
Spider-Man is a villain from Marvel.
Akima, did I have you make any checks for the heat?
I don't think so.
In the last episode, I'm gonna need you to make one of those.
Wait, in the last episode?
In the last episode,
yes. Just not,
well,
just
for
not
this day.
All right, that is a 17 plus 2, right? Yep, because I get my 2.
All right, so you successfully stave off the sweltering heat of this jungle.
All right.
Good job. I'm proud of you.
I guess
I worked hard for that.
Yeah.
I guess our next course of action will be going to this obelisk.
Well, we gotta get to it first. It's off in the distance.
I know, but I assume that's...
Yeah, let's head towards this obelisk.
So, you're making your way towards this obelisk, and the ground here is very overgrown, very wild. There's some trees that have fallen over, died, decaying. This truly is a completely wild place that you find yourself in.
Back in nature sees the dying trees. He's like, no, my friend.
Starts eating it.
As you're kind of walking about, you start to hear things like skittering through the trees.
Oh, boy.
And
monkeys.
Oh, my God. The sting bats.
And you look up and you see...
I called it.
Ah, yes. That looks like a monkey with a devil's face.
And a stinger on the butt.
Tail. So this thing, it looks like a small...
It's different from the other tails that other things have.
It's different than the other tails that the other things have.
It definitely, it has the body of a monkey, but you can see under its 2 front legs there's webbing like a bat, and it's got these horns jutting off the head. The face is red. The fur seems to be white with some red mixed into it, and then at the end of its long tail there looks to be like a scorpion stinger or something like that.
It's Red Skull.
It is Red Skull.
Yep, that's right.
And these things are in the treetops overhead, just looking at you. Their heads turning back and forth, and you kind of hear this light, like, and they're just looking at you.
Make checks.
You may make checks.
I assume life
science. I assume.
It is life science.
There we go.
Oh.
28.
I got 22.
28 and 22.
I got 19.
I was going to say, I saw you rolled something.
Nice. 19 rats.
These were
I guess you saw this on the info web.
They were in a game he played.
In a game that you played.
I saw a dank meme with these things that I threw Dookie on somebody.
There was a dank meme where some poor Lashunta child fell into a cage full of these things, and they shot them all, and it became a meme.
Oh no!
Domash and EP, this is
Rats just turns and goes, "Dicks out, boys."
And then Akane goes, "What's a dick?"
Yeah,
dicks out, boys. That's fucking so gross.
Mine.
So, Domash, probably seen these things out before with your dad. EP, this is where you're from, Ukalam. So, what these things are known as are kakarikis.
You gotta wash that. You're kakarikis.
That's what is that what sign over Kima's door, like for her patrons? Did you forget your upbringing? Did you forget your background, Kima? Because I didn't.
No, I did not. Oh, that's bad.
That's disgusting.
You're cockaroos. That's really gross. Anyway.
I feel so bad for Chris.
I know.
Chris is just waiting for it to be over at this point.
He's like, I want to stop doing this.
Yeah, so... Okay,
we get more information on that, right? We know more than that?
He doesn't want to give it to us. He's like, you should make these stupid jokes.
I was just going to say, you guys, I would assume, see these things and start to, realization sets in. But Kima sees them, and she's like,
Oh,
what
they're so cute.
the fuck is this?
Domash goes, "Oh, Kima, just it smells in here now."
Oh God!
He's like, he like slowly kind of stops. He's like, don't stop it.
Sorry.
I know. It's
Funny.
Listen, just don't make any really sudden moves. All right, just stay calm, deep breaths.
These guys, how many are there?
There's
a good chunk.
Yeah, there's probably about 10 of these things.
They're everywhere. I can't.
Kima, listen.
And like she just slowly starts backing up, but she's like starting to like breathe.
Hyperventilate.
Yeah.
I'm getting shades of ire when we stole those eggs from those monkey things.
Oh, yeah.
So, just as in Dez's character, she's going to ban us in combat again.
If you don't know what we're talking about, go back to episode 22. No.
Was it 22?
It was towards the end.
It was, yeah.
Just listen for Chris's annoying crab turtle voice, and you've basically...
Oh, you found me.
Yeah, listen to that, and you've hit the right point.
Anyway, you were going to explain these things a little bit
So,
more?
you would know that these things are... they eat fruit, mostly. Sometimes, they'll go through and eat nuts. If things get really bad for them, they might eat meat, but for the most part, they're going to stick with fruits, nuts, plants, things like that.
And for you.
Yeah, you got to worry about that for sure, EP. You know that they're mostly like a nuisance creature. Like for the most part, some people really want to preserve these things because they're just they're an somewhat intelligent species. Other people, in other places, they start to really mess with farming and crops, and then that's when people will go after them.
It's like those little monkeys in like Asia. They like fuck with people.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, steal their shit.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
I was thinking raccoons.
I think that's high enough that you could have one more piece of information too. When have you got a 27?
28.
28? Yeah.
Yeah. Is there a reason why they would become hostile?
Is there a reason why they would become hostile in particular?
These are hyperventilating, they get angry.
Oh no, I can't stop.
All of a sudden, I just get punched and like black out.
And they leave.
We only beat women.
I think for the most part, they would only get hostile if they were attacked or if, they were just desperately starving for food.
Okay. I go into our rations. Do you think we would have a piece of fruit in our rations?
I'm guessing field rations? No.
No, because here's the thing.
They have to last.
He's gonna do that, and they're gonna follow us, and I'm gonna have a bunch of them following us.
I will tell you
It'd
with
be like grains and stuff like that. That's
like
what rations
oats.
typically would be.
Yeah, but we
Nuts.
have magical compartments or whatever.
give me a perception check. Well, Echinacea, you can. It's site-based.
I'll make a perception.
Okay.
I mean...
I would, but I...
Natural 20.
I got a 13.
All right.
Rats is really on edge, so he's actually like focused right now.
So you both actually notice that there is a lot of fruit like all around.
I know what they might think we're trying to steal their food.
And then you guys rolled your we'll roll your life science check over from the monkeys. You notice that this fruit is called Raylerian figs. They're kind of tart, but they're safe to eat.
Okay.
Raylerian figs.
I feel like they're all staring at us. I feel like they think we're going to steal their food.
Yeah, so don't eat the fruit.
So Domash is going to he's kind of like his hands are out. He's like, all right, I think if we just slowly walk out of here, we'll be fine. I think they think we're going to steal their food. So, as long as that doesn't happen, I think we should be all right.
Is there like a path through there to get to the monument still?
Yeah, you can make. I mean, it's not as crowded as the jungle, but you can definitely still see where the monument is. Make your way there.
Okay. Well, yeah, we slowly make our way over there, I guess.
You kind of back up and keep your eye on them as you.
Don't show your teeth.
Yeah.
So you're backing up. You get probably about 50 feet away, and they're just looking at you. They look at each other. You keep going. Do you keep walking backwards this whole time?
Well, we're trying to get to the monument.
Right. So do you eventually turn around at some point and begin...
Probably. I feel like once we get, like, a good amount...
I'm not going to turn my back to a bunch of possibly hostile creatures. I'm going to keep rotating around them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So you begin to make your way towards the monument, keeping an eye on these things. And you get about 50 feet away. And they start to move towards you again in the treetops. And they get, like, right overhead of you again. And they're just still, like, inquisitively staring at you. You know, the tails swinging back and forth. Hands up by their mouths, kind of like they're talking to each other, like with, like, little sign language. And then it gets real quiet for a second. And then all of a sudden, you hear one just go, "Kuriki!" And then the other ones, like, start to, like chirp along.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, I don't like this.
Rats kind of panics a little bit, and so he's like, I know, and he casts ghost sound. Mm-hmm. And so he recreates the sound of those things stampeding towards us, coming from behind us.
Okay. So these things, would they see, or they just hear?
They're just hearing something stampeding towards them.
Okay. So they kind of turn around, and they hear this thundering herd of these dinosaur creatures. And they kind of look around. One of them climbs up to the treetops. A bunch of the rest of them kind of scamper off. Not directly towards the obelisk, but kind of off in a perpendicular direction. And they kind of disappear. And then the last one that was, like, kind of looking out climbs back down and runs off with them.
Nice.
Yeah, I feel like...
Let's go.
I feel like that whole time, like, Kima was just holding her breath, so she, like, just sighs relief, like, oh my god, thank you.
Domash had his laser rifle ready to, like, fire, just, like, in case they were gonna, like, jump down from the trees. But,
with that 28 that I rolled on the life science, would I know anything of why they would do that?
Why they would shout their names? You would know that they actually get their name from the sound that they make.
Pokemon. So yeah, we continue towards the obelisk, I assume?
Quickly.
Yeah.
So you begin to run towards the obelisk, and you can see that you're getting even closer and closer. You feel like you're about 250 feet away at this point, and then you're about 200 feet away, and all of a sudden, let's see.
Dookie flies on us.
how long has it been
Since
how long have we been running for?
probably just, you've gone 100 feet.
Oh, okay, I didn't know.
Or like 150 feet.
Close. Okay.
So, all of a sudden, Echinacea, you feel something hit the side of your head.
Oh god, it's gonna try to hump your seed sac.
Okay.
And it just bounces off. It kind of like, and then like drops off of you.
They're throwing.
And you feel like, just this goop residue stuff drip down.
Oh, they're throwing shit at us?
And overhead again, if anybody else is looking at EP, you see that it's just that fruit that was from before. And these creatures have kind of come back again.
Oh god.
And they're just jumping along in the trees, kind of looking at you. Kuriki! Kuriki!
Do we keep running or
Keep running?
Yeah, I'm gonna keep sprinting. Like I'm not gonna stop.
Keep running. Okay, so you get to be about 150 feet away from this obelisk. You can finally start to see like the base of it, and it's just covered in like growth. These vines are climbing up the side of it, and these things begin to chase you. And one of them, give me a perception check. Everybody with sight.
Yeah, take that, Kevin.
12.
21.
I got a 13 again.
21, 13,
12.
12.
0.
You're all running away, but you kind of keep an eye on these things, and you see some of them kind of like stop for a second, and it looks like they
Are throwing overs?
No, it looks like they stashed something high up in one of the trees, and then they scamp. You see that this group has grown to about 13 of these things now, and 4 of them scamper down towards you, and they're running up to you. They're about 40 feet behind you at this point. Everybody roll for initiative.
Oh no.
Boy.
Okay.
All right. Kima.
17
Rats.
17.
Who's got the higher niche?
plus 5.
Plus 3.
Domash.
6.
And EP.
13.
Alrighty. So, you guys find yourself kind of like in this area where there's some tree stumps from logs that have fallen, and you're being pursued by 4 of these Korikikis! And it is round 1.
Yes.
Number 4 to the far, we'll call that the west side of the map, moves forward 30 feet. Closes the distance. And that is his turn. Also, number 3 moves up in line with his good buddy as well. As close as he can get, running straight forward towards the north. And now it is Kima's turn. You've got 2 of these hot on your tail that are closing the distance.
Yeah, I pull out my flame pistol and just kind of...
Who wants barbecue?
I just kind of level it at
They're
the one...
immune to fire. I'm kidding, go ahead.
I was gonna say, like, are you serious?
I was like, well, goddamn, okay. And I just level it with the one that's, like, directly in front of me. And go ahead and... Well, I'm gonna actually fire a warning shot first. Like, I'm not trying to hit it. Just try to maybe scare it.
There's a thing. There's a combat. There's a maneuver you can do.
So instead of hitting that, we're gonna light the forest on fire.
You know.
They'll be okay with that. There's enough forest.
Well, I feel like you guys went into the forest 3 days ago, and then it caught on fire, so I feel like it's your fault.
It's like harrowing fire or something like that?
Looks like covering fire is probably what you're thinking of.
Maybe.
Which gives an ally plus 2 AC on next attack.
We never use that stuff.
Right.
Just a thought.
So those are those 2 options.
I'll do the one where you said the ally gets plus 2.
Yeah, so basically what you're doing with harrowing fire is you're trying to distract the creature so that somebody else gets a bonus to their AC or their attack against the target.
Are we gonna kill these things?
Well, then I'll do that.
Okay, it's AC 15.
No, I won't do that. That's only going to be an 8.
Okay. Yeah, so Kima, you're running along, you're kind of spooked out from all this stuff, so you just kind of like blindly fire your gun straight up into the air.
Yeah.
Catch this tree on fire.
You know.
Don't worry about it.
It's like a bottle rocket. It'll be fizzed out by the time it gets back down.
I knew heralded.
Yeah.
Rats.
You essentially have a flamethrower.
I know.
Doesn't make any sense.
It's a bottle rocket.
She's back in Nam.
Yeah.
I swift action summon my gun. My hand.
And it materializes.
Yeah. I move action, 5-foot step, guarded step, and I shoot at the monkey that ran up on me.
Rat's about to execute this monkey. Brass monkey.
15 versus the AC.
That is a hit.
3 AC is actually like 40. They're super energy.
4 damage.
4 damage. So this is the arc pistol.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So you see this thing like, and something like its fur stands up on end.
Nice. Take that, monkey.
You're gonna shock the monkey.
Shock the monkey.
Shock the monkey.
So it kind of cries out in pain, and then the other guys from way downtown.
I knew at me when you said that
because I said that before, and I know you followed up with that. Like, I'm gonna get it
from downtown.
Runs all the way up.
It's
full, right up next to Rats.
Yes.
That's 30 right there.
It's going to take 2 move actions, so it's going to get right up next to Rats, and that's going to be its turn. Okay. And the final one, who is furthest away from this group, is going to run up its speed to get as close to the group as it can. EP, you're up.
Fuck. I'm going to start casting Summon Creature 1.
He's gonna summon one of the monkeys.
That's a full round action.
It's casting time 1 round.
Domash. EP starts with his glowing...
Ranting and raving.
Ranting and raving.
I don't think we hear him. Like, are there verbal components?
Doesn't matter. I don't talk.
I mean, you could like, be mumbling in your head.
Maybe.
Seeing one of these creatures run up next to rats, he's gonna move up 30 feet. So I'm like behind. I assume that's like a branch on the ground or something.
Yeah, you could step over that pretty easily.
Yeah, so I'm gonna take a shot. Hopefully, try to prevent rats from being taken away by these. I like the flying monkeys from Wizard of Oz.
My pretty.
That's a 23 against KAC.
That's gonna be a hit on both.
Oh, well, I hit
BAC
both
or
times.
KAC?
6 damage.
6 damage. That's on number 2.
Summon creature isn't in the core rulebook.
Interesting.
It's an alien archive.
Oh, okay.
Makes sense.
So Domash rushes out, gets behind this low branch to the ground, and takes a shot with his tactical pistol, laser rifle. And yeah, you shoot this laser, and you just singe the fur on this thing, and it just yelps out in pain. And you do pretty significant damage to this thing. Round 2, top of the order. The first guy that charged, I believe, number 4 over here.
Yes.
Okay. He is going to rush up to whoever the hand is.
That's Kevin.
Kevin.
Echinacea. You don't know Echinacea has scroll hands?
Can we name our monkeys?
Yeah, can we name them?
Yeah, name the monkeys.
Which one's Bubbles?
The one that just ran up is Bubbles.
Okay. Which one's the one I just shot?
I don't know. Which one did you shoot?
Number 2, the one that's right next to you. This one, yeah.
That one's Franklin.
Okay. The last...
This little one's George.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And that one's Harambe.
Oh.
Oh no.
Guess what? He's gonna get killed again.
No.
I can't believe it. We can't let him die.
Double dicks out for Harambe.
So, Bubbles rushes up and is going to attempt to sting you.
Oh, fuck.
Damn, that is a nat 20.
Oh no.
So, he gets, that's 11 points of damage. And I'm going to need you to make a fortitude save.
How's your fortitude, Kev?
It's okay. Is this mind affecting, paralysis, poison, sleep, or stunning?
This is poison.
I get a +2, so it's a +4.
Heyo.
That is a 22.
22. Okay. You feel fine.
Guys,
Aside from the sting.
feel fine.
I just have a big hole in my chest.
Not yet. I haven't gotten to stamina.
George rushes up to Rats. He is going to attempt to sting. That is going to be a 13 against KAC.
It's not gonna do it, friend.
Okay, so this monkey guy comes rushing up and kind of trips over his tail and is not able to connect.
Hey,
Kima.
yo, monkey guy.
Hey, I'm walking here.
Yeah, so she sees that they're closing the distance pretty quick. So she drops her flame pistol and pulls out her dueling sword.
He's gonna start skewering.
I'm just slashing these guys.
Hey guys, I got dinner tonight.
She's gonna have kebabs.
I thought you were gonna say you gotta pull out the sticky ball.
That's all just
That
stick
could
to-
work too.
So she pulls out the dueling sword and just goes for the one to her right, which is right in front of Echinacea.
So you're gonna attack Bubbles?
Yes, Bubbles. That is a 19 on the die.
Nice.
So 22. All
Dad just needs to become a melee character.
22. It's KAC, that's a hit.
right.
Dez has done more damage with this sword in the last 3 episodes than
Than the entirety of the first chapter,
I know, right?
first book of Dead Sun.
Just build him into a melee character.
A melee
That-
grenade throwing character.
That's going to be 7.
And that's on
Bubbles.
Bubbles. Alright.
I imagine in the future Kima chucks up a grenade and then hits it
like
with
a
her
baseball.
sword. Like a baseball.
But then she rolls a natural 1, so
I know.
it gets like she
Cuts in
wins
half
guys.
and
In half and blows up.
until she dies.
So you take this sword and you like slice like right down the side of this thing's ribs,
All right.
and I mean it is just bleeding profusely. Rats, blood kind of squirts on you
Ugh.
from the nearby attack.
It's disgusting. And it reeks. I was also wrong, by the way.
Go wrong day.
That does a...
You look so offended.
Fucking hate you.
I didn't hear it at first, but it was pretty good.
It was funny, but god damn, man.
I take a guarded step to the side and I cast Grease.
Oh, I get it. Grease monkeys. Like,
Ha.
Okay. No, I was trying to remember if there was an AOO on that, but there's not. So okay. So you concentrate the grease at 10-foot area.
Yeah, so it should get these 2.
Okay, so I need to roll a reflex save.
Uh-huh.
Alright, reflex. Let's see, that was for the one closest to you, which I can't see.
George?
it's George. And,
George. 16 for George.
George and Harambe.
And 18 for whoever the other guy is. Harambe.
Fuck you guys, they both pass.
So they don't fall, but they're still subject to if they move.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I think the DC to move through it's easier.
Okay, EP. There's oil all over this floor.
Well, here comes in some
The
back.
environmentalists are outraged.
Comes in some backup. A tiny earth elemental spawns in.
Huh. Cute.
Okay, so now you're able to attack with
Correct.
him right away. Okay.
I am going to slam. It is flanking.
Does he have a name?
His name is Harold. Harold.
All right.
Harold the Earth Elemental.
Earthy, the earth elemental.
Sitting on Capitol Hill.
Okay, this is a slam. Oh, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. That is a 24.
Ooh.
24 is going to do it.
D6 of damage plus 4. That's 9 points of damage on Franklin.
9 points of damage on Franklin. Yeah, Franklin is like instantly bruised all over Franklin's body. And EP.
Yeah, and then he's going to
5
5-foot step,
Okay.
and
He's a dumb monkey.
then he's going to cast a spell called Reflecting Armor. Would you like the flavor text?
Yes, please.
A bunch of mirrors appear on your chest.
You
They
create-
break when you hit them.
You create a shimmering skin-like coating of mystical force that covers your body, allowing you to reflect damage you take back against your attacker. At any time during the spell's duration, when you take hit point damage from an attack made with a weapon by a foe within 100 feet, you can choose to dismiss the spell as a reaction. If you do, the armor crackles with energy as it disappears, arcing through the air to strike the attacking creature, which takes an amount of force damage equal to the damage dealt to you at the time the spell was dismissed. Maximum of a 10.
Fun.
So it bounces off me, sticks to you
Yeah,
one time.
Rubber and glue.
Yep. So I have that active.
All right, Franklin, where you be? Is right
The same place it's been the last 2 rounds.
right next to this. What did you summon again?
Earth Elemental.
Earth Elemental.
Okay. Yeah, Franklin just took a hit from this thing, so it's going to turn around and try to take a stab. And that is going to be a 13 against KAC.
That is a hit.
All right, so that's going to be 6 points of damage,
And he's dead.
and he's dead.
Harold, no!
I loved you. You were with us for so long.
Is that Harambe that you just made?
Yeah, right.
Harambe is going to charge up to Domash
No, he's not. Boy, piss off, you bloody monkey.
and attempt to sting you.
Appreciate it.
It's going to be a 12 against KAC.
Miss, sir.
He misses, startled by this strange thing appearing and then disappearing in a flash. And now it is Domash's turn.
I assume I'd provoke if I shot from here.
Yeah, unless you took a...
Yeah, I'm gonna take a guarded 5-foot step back, and then I'm gonna shoot Harambe in the fucking face.
Gosh. We're gonna start calling you the zookeeper.
Aww,
I approve this.
come on.
16 against EAC.
That's a hit.
2 damage.
2 damage. So I imagine you take this shot and it kind of hits off of the log in front of you. And so it kind of like only a portion of this does any damage to him. Like maybe some splinters and fragments. Alright, round 3, top of the order. Bubbles. Bubbles is going to rush over to EP. 5 feet.
Attack of opportunity.
Yeah.
From Des.
From Des?
She has a melee weapon.
Oh, yeah.
There you go.
Take your attack.
Cool.
She's gonna kill it.
Do it.
Do it.
That's a 13.
Against KAC. Yeah, that's a hit.
Oh, nice.
They're monkeys. I can't imagine they have a lot of armor. They're strapping the dead bodies of their comrades to
Ooh,
them.
That's gonna be 9.
9 points of damage. Bubbles!
Yes!
Is split in
Yes.
You saved me. You're the best.
As the monkey dies,
Around.
you hear him go, hee hee.
2. Alright, George, standing next to Rats, gonna take another swing with his stinger. That is an 11.
That'll miss.
Okay. George, just like swinging at the air and just for flavor. Even though he didn't take multiple attacks. Kima,
Alright,
you're
so...
cleaning the blood off your sword.
Yeah.
I imagine this is gonna be like that scene in Indiana Jones where the guy's swinging the swords around.
Oh, that's
and Rex
exactly-
is just gonna pull his gun and shoot him.
Yeah, so seeing that the other creature just collapsed, she just kind of swings the sword over her head and down to slash at the Franklin? Yeah, Franklin.
He's taken a big hit from
Franklin, yeah, he's got a
Harold.
bloody nose, he's bruised.
There's a lot of names going on. for this
Oh,
episode.
that thing didn't roll at all. It like stopped right at 2. Nope, that's not gonna be...
5,
Yeah,
right?
that's not gonna...
Hit.
Ah, sweet!
It's not a Gillette.
He's dead.
Yeah, that is a miss.
Adventurers, stop killing me! I'm here to stop the monkeys.
Rats.
Miss him.
Rats will 5-foot step and continue shooting.
Shoot away.
Shoot her.
19.
19 is going to be a hit on old Franklin.
2 damage.
2 damage. Franklin is like hobbling along on his last leg.
You're like tasing this monkey to death, dude.
EP.
It's still set on stun.
Oh, it's my turn.
You're still stunning it, tasing it to death.
I really
die, though.
don't want to
You can die
take...
getting
I can't speak. I really don't want to cast any more spells, so I'm going to cast level 1 spells, I'm sorry.
Oh, I was like...
So I'm going to cast a level 0 spell on... Which one was this? Harambe?
Harambe.
I'm going to cast Daze. That is a DC 14... Will?
Sounds right.
Will.
Will save?
Yes.
I got an 18.
That's a pass.
Are you going to stay where you are?
So I'm going to move up to next to Rats.
He's a tank now.
Just gonna get right in the way of my gun.
I mean, if you want him to run up to you and stab you.
Is this who you attacked, Rats, on your turn?
Yeah.
Okay, that was George, not Franklin. Okay. So EP runs over to Rats and puts himself in harm's way.
Go under his legs and shoot under his legs.
I shoot Echinacea in the back.
In the butt.
What?
Franklin is just not looking good. Just dodged a swing of the sword by Kima. Is going to try to sting. And that is going to be a 21. It's going to be 5 points of piercing damage, and I need you to make a fortitude save.
Her specialty.
It's going to be great.
That's an 8.
Plus?
No.
8 plus no.
I need you to look up the poison track.
Okay, the victim is sluggish. You are now sluggish.
Sluggish.
The victim takes a -2 penalty to reflex saves and dexterity-based ability checks, attack rolls, and skill checks. The DCs of her spells and special abilities decrease by 2. She becomes flat-footed. Oh, flat-footed is also a -2 to your AC.
Des has got wood death again.
Alright.
I mean, we have antitoxin, just saying.
I know.
Alright.
And so Franklin kind of hobbling along manages to, like, his stinger just kind of comes up from the side and gets you in the leg.
Alright, Franklin. I got my eyes on you,
From
bitch.
his butt tail.
Cosplay doesn't equal consent.
Harambe hops over the log,
He can fuck off.
and he gets it's a 16, that's 25 to hit.
Yep.
Fortitude save.
That's a 4 points of piercing damage and a fortitude save.
That was a 19 on the fortitude save.
You feel fine, sir, and it's your turn. Stinger pulling out of your leg, flesh being torn away.
I'm just gonna take my guarded step and try to shoot at him. That's a natural 20 for a 26.
I think that's a hit.
2d8.
Confirmed critical, I assume?
Can you look that up and make sure?
Well, yeah, can I have another?
No, it's confirmed.
Can I have a d8? Thank you.
Yep.
I have the DM's one. It's gonna be an 8.
Or 1.
It's 9 damage total.
9 damage to Harambe.
Yeah.
Alright, Harambe is pretty bruised and battered, and it is round 4. Bubbles is gone, so George is going to step up, and that is EP in front of him.
Is he actually moving? Or is he just standing there?
He's right next. Yeah, he's just standing there.
What round is this?
This is round 4.
Okay.
And that is a 23 KAC, min damage 3, and I need that fortitude save.
I've been fully attuned for a round now, and I completely forgot about it.
That is 12.
12, you feel fine.
Or do you?
Or do you? Kima.
Or do you? Yeah.
Alright, Franklin, you son of a bitch. You're going down.
Take me to the hood.
I'm just gonna slash at him. Franklin, you're going down. I'm gonna get you.
I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you.
15, so...
Yeah, you got it.
Yeah, okay.
15, yeah.
Alright, that's gonna be 7.
Damn, that damage. It's so good when you hit.
You bring the
Right.
sword down, and you cut his head off.
Yes!
He's gone, dude.
Jesus.
That's what you get.
Okay, rats.
I step to the side, and I take a shot at George again.
And Jorge.
No, George.
Oh, George.
23.
23.
3 damage.
Chipping away at George. You just zapped his tail again. And EP.
I'm going to smack him with my staff.
Plant hitting with the branch.
Yep. That's a 15 KAC.
15's gonna do it.
That's max damage of 7.
7. This is on George.
It is. My staff has the block ability, so when I strike up an opponent, I get a +1 to my AC.
Oh, for the next round.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Alright, it would be Franklin's turn, and Kima actually needs you to make another save.
Okay. I'm going to cash in on my last 2 remaining tokens, so that's a 12.
Okay, you, aside from feeling, what was it? Sluggish. Yeah, you feel fine. You're just still a little woozy from whatever this was. It's Harambe's turn. He's going to scooch up. Take another strike with his
Fuck
tail.
off, Chris.
17
That's
KC.
a miss.
17 KC's a miss?
Yep.
Alright.
Really?
Yeah.
Kind of, it just like he strikes and it like bounces off the armor on your chest. And Domash.
I'm gonna take another guarded step, and I'm gonna hopefully put this monkey down, like the real Harambe. Alright. 16 against EAC.
That's a hit. Do some damage here.
1 damage.
1 damage. All right, round 5. George, limping along, is going to... All right, it's going after Rats. So he's going to move over to Rats, and that gives Echinacea an attack of opportunity.
Natural 1. So it's a miss.
All right, so he
hit Kima.
Ducks under your staff, like as you were recoiling after you took that shot. And against Rats, 16 KAC.
He has to make a reflex save or fall because of the grease.
Oh, okay. Let's see, reflex. 14.
That'll pass.
Okay, so he is able to move, and so otherwise he would fall prone. Okay, what did I say? 16 to hit.
Against what?
KSC.
That's a miss.
Okay, so George was like hobbling along.
Grease.
He was like hobbling along, like slipped like right on the edge of the puddle of grease, and like shoots up past your. It like the tail goes like right past your chin, like grazes your nose.
Okay, so that.
And now it's Kima's turn.
I'm going to turn and run up behind Harambe and just try and decapitate him, I suppose.
Plan. Let's see how it works out. 1, 2.
That's crack. Oh, 16.
Oh my gosh.
Oh jeez. Yep, that's a hit.
All right.
It's a cracked eye and it slid over.
Oh, that's going to be 8.
Damn. That damage
And
is
once
so
again,
good.
Harambe dies.
Yes!
By
How many
sword.
kills do you have?
She has about 4 now, or 3.
Yeah, something like that. 3, I think.
Yeah, it's just something like that. I don't know. Who even has time to keep
The
track?
number's so high, I don't even count anymore.
Kima turns and she goes, "The sword needs blood." she goes like this with like the blood of the monkey, like gives her like eye black,
So,
eye red.
real quick. So I run up behind it, decapitate him, he falls, and I just kind of make eye contact with you and like kind of give you like this like evil little smile, like, haha, I did it.
I stole that kill from you.
It's evil.
Well, I wasn't sure. Like,
well, it looks like-
evil, but like I don't know what.
No, you said evil, so
Okay, evil. She's evil.
Des is pulling a.
Is it once per round?
Oh,
Once per round.
Did she make a check that round?
Oh no, you
I
didn't.
did not.
Actually, no. You made the last save, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so
Oh, is it-
you're cured. Yeah.
Oh,
Oh.
it's cured. Okay, cool.
Oh.
All right, so now it's Rat's turn.
So, Rats, with his offhand, draws his Inferno knife.
God.
And I'm going to attack with that. That's the thing I got off of the dude in the last fight. 16 versus EAC.
Well, that's a hit.
2 damage.
2 damage. And he catches fire.
Oh,
He starts smelling the cooking of the flesh, and
Gross.
he falls over dead.
so does he fall into the grease?
He
and
falls
then
into
there's
the
a
grease
fire?
and he slides. Yeah, there's a grease fire.
The word I was going for, I think, was more like a devilish grin.
There we
You
go.
know, there we go.
Domash is kind of in shock that he just saw this little monkey get decapitated, and like, and all the reaction from Kima was like a devilish smile with like a glint of bloodlust in her eyes. So he kind of like regains himself, and he looks down at his rifle, and it says 0 charges left because the battery ran out.
Ah,
And he goes, and he like he takes the battery out. And he's like, thanks, Kima. And he like puts it in his backpack and pulls another one out and slides it in.
yeah. I got your back. Or your front in this case.
That's disgusting. I'm not one of your customers.
Alright, yeah, so. Those guys were fun.
That was a fun fight.
Des has become a murder hobo.
I still have the reflecting armor for another 29 minutes.
Well, there's still a bunch of monkeys around us.
Yeah, there's like
aren't there?
10
Yeah.
of
In
them.
the
There's like
treetops.
9 of them left.
So how'd they react to this?
So as George falls and cooks in the grease, all the other monkeys.
The knife doesn't just. It's not always on fire. Just saying.
But he wanted
Okay,
it.
there's
You
no,
really put
there's
him
no
in the-
fire.
I'm saying mechanically, it's not always on fire. You have to ignite it.
Right,
and
yeah.
It typically only ignites in combat on a critical.
Yeah, oh, that's true. I forgot about that. So, so no fire, but these creatures are all up in the trees. They got their hands on their heads. They're kind of jumping up and down these branches. And they kind of like look at each other. They don't know what to do. And they kind of like scamper off probably about 100 feet. And they're watching you from some distant trees, just frantically bobbing their heads.
I feel so bad.
I mean, we tried to get away from them peacefully.
Yeah.
They antagonized us.
Yeah.
Yeah, they started throwing stuff at EP, and that ain't gonna fly.
I start talking to a random tree. Are these guys usually this bad?
But it's a dead tree.
It's a dead tree.
No!
Ah, silent treatment, I see.
Playing hard to get, huh?
You said that one of them stashed something nearby in a tree.
Yeah, let me jump back to that page.
Did it steal something from us?
Can I use psychokinetic hand to retrieve it?
You may.
Cool, I do that.
So this ghostly, ethereal hand moves up the street. Is there a range on that thing?
I think it's short range.
I thought wasn't it 60?
Close range, 25 plus 5 feet per 2 levels, so
Okay.
30 feet.
So you've got, you got the range. So this ethereal hand kind of goes up the trunk of the tree, and there's like a hollowed out portion. It reaches in and it brings back down. You see that there are 3 Mark II serums of healing.
Holy shit.
Oh my god.
I have 7 on me, so you guys can that key.
I'll take one of those bad boys.
Here you go, Kima. I give all of them to Kima.
Domash looks between the two of them, and he just goes like, alright.
I take
How
them.
are
That's
you
my job.
How are you doing?
I'm fine. I'm only down.
I'm
for
only down
stamina.
stamina.
Fuck you.
We'll keep these for
Later.
hopefully we
Wait
won't.
till we get home.
Wait till we get to Waffle House.
Yeah, wait till we get to Waffle House, you son of a bitch.
Cool. Did they have anything on them, or they're just monkeys?
Well, 2 of them got decapitated.
They didn't. All they had on them, they had stashed.
Dez is the lizard lady cutting off all the heads in this adventure, so she's gonna be like terrorizing all the monkeys, and she has all like the belt of the heads. It all comes back. Dez, someone's gonna come.
What's wrong with me
Dez,
and
someone's gonna come and cut your hands off.
I don't know. You're the one that specified you cut the second one's head off.
Yeah, like
Well, that's just
specifically
because
The first one, Chris said it. The second one
I
was all
was trying
you.
to keep
And
the
I think if I remember
The decapitation going.
I think if I remember the first person you've had this new sword bloodlust with, you cut each of their limbs.
Oh yeah,
Like you slash their legs, and then you cut him from in the center of his back, from the top of his neck down.
guys. I think Kima's turning evil. I don't know what's happening.
Kima's a fucking murder hobo, and I hate those in the party.
Kima's turning really evil. Kima's turning really evil. I really think so.
So I don't have the sluggish thing anymore, do I?
You still
I
retain
do?
that,
Okay.
yes. As part of poison, it kind of stays in your system for a period of time. I believe it's 1 day, or it might actually be 2. It's 1 full day of bed rest or 2 days of regular rest. Unless you have some other way to remove it.
Would that be the antitoxin or not?
I think
You already
that,
made your checks.
yeah, that's for your checks. That just gives you like a +2 to your check. +3.
Okay.
Trey.
Well, I'm just a little sluggish, guys.
So are
fine.
we gonna move on to the obelisk?
Yes. Oh
Yes. Yes. Alright, Chris. We make it the last 100 feet or so to the obelisk.
So you begin walking.
Obelisk Nor.
You step over these monkey carcasses. Echinacea kind of accidentally steps in one. You don't see it. Blood squirting all over the place.
Oh, if I tasted it too.
Oh,
And you see the obelisk about 100 and... What do we say, 150 feet away
Yeah.
still?
Yeah.
You make your way there, and I'm going to need everybody to roll a will save.
jump around.
I would like to point out this one thing on poisons.
Oh, you can.
Yes, sir.
Upon initial exposure, regardless of whether she succeeds at her saving throw, the victim loses a number of hit points equal to the poison's DC minus 10.
I forgot about that. It would have been 1 hit point.
So I go ahead and... So just it bypasses stamina and just...
Yes.
Oh, okay.
You said will save?
Will save.
Ooh. Oh, baby.
I'm pretty good at that, so I'm probably going to roll a 1.
Oh, no.
Oh, I didn't.
Alex. Oh, hey, you can... She hit it. It's okay, it changed.
Oh, okay, we'll go with that one.
All right, Kima.
Oh,
16.
Sorry.
Rats.
5.
Domash.
Modified 20.
EP.
22.
20.
I'm gonna fucking kill you, Waffle House.
Jesus.
I'm just kidding. Can I... No one else heard my joke earlier except you either.
I heard it.
No, he just
didn't
think it was
laugh
funny.
at it.
Thanks, boy. Glad you find Kevin funnier than me.
Yep.
So you're walking towards this, and suddenly you all see like this beautiful glowing flower kind of like up against the base of this obelisk. Kima, Domash, EP, you all kind of see it, and you're like, Rats sees it and begins bolting towards the obelisk.
Oh, God.
We'll see you next week.
Oh.
Damn it, Rats.
Why'd you do that?
Make sure you check out our website at adventureawaitspod.com. There you can find links to our Facebook and Twitter and keep up to date when we release new episodes. And a big thanks to Sirenscape for providing music and sound effects. Check them out at Sirenscape.com, where you can revolutionize your tabletop gaming experience.